Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about my new saw. So I've had this STIHL MS500i now for exactly 1 year, and I really enjoy this saw. It's 80 cc, so as you can imagine, it's got more power than like a 462 STIHL or a 572 Husqvarna, but it's not quite the 592 or the 661. But I do prefer this for bigger wood over the 70s just because it has noticeably more torque than the 70 cc saws, but it is a little bit lighter than the 90s. I don't really have any extreme complaints about the 500i, but I decided a couple weeks ago that it was time to take this saw to the next level. Due to some influences I've had from my friend Aaron, I decided to send this saw to 309 Machine and get it ported. I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to porting, so with any details or questions, I'd call up 309, email them, get some information on it, but it is ported. I can tell you though, my experience with 309 Machine was excellent. I sent it to them. I had it back very, very quickly. And when it came back, it was packaged real nice. He puts nice tape on it that says 309 Machine. It has instructions with it. He even sends you some AMSOIL, tells you, you know, how to break it in and whatnot. Very great experience with 309 Machine. I would recommend them. Aside from the saw running great, the experience with buying is a top notch. So I've ran a few tanks of gas through this saw, and so far it is running really good. It definitely does not four stroke. I haven't had a four stroke at all, but I'm not saying it's not going to. It doesn't four stroke in small wood like my stock 500i would. It does seem to have a little bit more torque, a little bit more chain speed, but without running them side by side like we're gonna do today, it's just hard to tell. So that's why I'm here, and we're gonna run them both with 25-inch bars. We'll be running the same bar and chain on both of them. We'll be running it in this walnut here, and then I've got some bigger wood, and we're gonna put a 36-inch bar on them, and we're going to run them in that. Previously, I've only ran the 500 one time with a 36-inch bar, and it handled it. It had really good chain speed. It was right there with the 661 as far as just drop cutting. It didn't have the torque that the 661 had, not even close. So I'll be really curious to see if porting this saw really opened it up as far as torque. When we're doing the cutting test, we're going to be doing 2 tests. We're going to be doing just a drop cut, just letting the saws fall and go, and then we're going to be doing a torque test, as I like to call it, where we're going to dog in and we're going to push the saws and see how fast they go. So that's it. Stick with us, and we're going to find out how powerful this 309 Machine 500i really is.
.1248.
1248. So torqued or drop cut, it's still pretty much the same speed.
Yeah, that's crazy. 58.53.
Yeah, dude, big bars are slow.
And then that's some hard stuff.
So I'm just gonna run one cut on this. Just drop the saw, push it, because this stuff is so slow with these big bars. I don't really want to do two of them. It's really hot out today. So I'm gonna switch this bar onto the ported 500 and we'll see what that does. This is hard maple, so it's definitely cutting hard. It's not some soft maple or some pine or something. It's hard stuff. I noticed, so that one was 44 seconds, 14 seconds faster than the stock. That's pretty impressive. So if you were gonna like run one of these with a big bar, the porting made all of the difference. 25, yeah, it's significantly faster, 4 or 5 seconds, but 36 and bigger bars, yeah, she shines. So overall, to sum it up, I'm definitely satisfied with this ported 500i from 309 machine. As the video showed, with a 25-inch bar, it was about 4 seconds faster than the stock one. Not a huge deal. I think the main thing that I like about the ported versus the stock, even with running a 25, is when I've ran it previous to this video, running it at my house, I can cut big wood, small wood, it doesn't 4-stroke. I can limb with this saw, it doesn't 4-stroke. If you've had a 500i, especially with the bark box on it, the bark box just makes the 4-stroking more obvious. With the stock muffler, the 4-stroking isn't as obvious, but with the bark box, you can definitely hear when the saw is just not running right. It's cutting slower, and this saw, I have yet to hear it 4-stroke. So with the 25-inch bar, it's great. It runs better, it's a little bit faster, but more so, if you're gonna put a bigger bar on it, it is noticeably faster. The 36, the 32, I mean, 14 seconds faster than a stock one. So it would only take like 3 cuts, and then this one will be a whole cut ahead. So that's pretty cool. And it just seems like when you're running it, it just seems like it has more power. It feels good in your hand. So again, I would definitely recommend the 309 machine, ported 500i, and I would definitely recommend 309 machine as a company. It seems like they do good work, and they're quick, and they do things right. So that's it for this one. Hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one.